Once upon a time, in a city surrounded by vast golden deserts, there lived a young man of 21 named Ravi. He was known for his energy, for his dreams, and for his desire to change his life. But inside, he lived in constant turbulence. His mind never rested. From morning until night, thoughts arose like uncontrollable waves, crashing endlessly against his heart. At times, bitter memories of the past stole his joy, while at other times, fears about the future filled him with anxiety. He wondered what would become of his life, if his choices would lead him to failure, or if he would never discover true happiness. These constant thoughts made his chest feel heavy, his nights sleepless, and his days endless. Often he felt as though he were trapped in an invisible storm, unable to find shelter. One day, as he sat near the city market, Ravi overheard travelers speaking of an old gardener who lived in a small house in the countryside. They said this man had once been a respected philosopher in his youth, teaching in great plazas and schools. Over time, tired of the noise and restlessness of the world, he had abandoned the city to live peacefully among trees and flowers. Those who visited him always returned changed, lighter, calmer, as if they had discovered a precious secret. These words lit a flame of hope in Ravi's heart. He thought to himself, "If so many found help with this wise man, perhaps I too can find the peace I have been seeking." Determined, he packed a few belongings into a small bag, said goodbye to his family, and set out on his journey. The following days were long and exhausting. He walked along dusty trails, crossed small villages, and slept beneath the stars. The desert sun burned during the day, and the cold winds of night made his body tremble. Still, Ravi pressed on, carried by the hope that at the end of the road there would be an answer to his restlessness. After many days, he finally saw a flourishing garden amidst the silence of nature. It was such a striking contrast to the arid desert that Ravi almost doubted his eyes. At the center of the garden stood a simple house covered with climbing plants. On the porch, sitting on a wooden bench, was the old gardener. His eyes remained closed, his expression serene, as though he were in complete harmony with the world around him. Ravi approached respectfully and spoke in a low voice. "Sir, my mind is restless. I live surrounded by thoughts that suffocate me. I cannot sleep well, nor can I smile. I carry in my heart a great desire to find peace. Can you help me?" The gardener slowly opened his eyes and with a calm smile replied, "The peace you are searching for is not far away, Ravi. It has always been within you. But to see it, you must learn how to look in the right way. Come with me, I will give you a simple task." He led him into the orchard, where fruit trees grew and the air was filled with the fragrance of blossoms. From a table, the old man picked up a thin candle and lit it. The flame flickered gently in the breeze. Handing it to the young man, he said, "Walk through this orchard to the entrance of the neighboring village, and then return. But remember, the flame must not go out." Ravi held the candle carefully. His heart beat faster. He did not want to fail. Slowly, he began to walk, shielding the flame from the wind. Along the path, many distractions appeared. Children laughing and running, dogs barking and playing, vendors calling out to sell fruits, birds flying from branch to branch. But Ravi did not take his eyes off the candle. Each step was taken with care, each breath as if the whole world depended on that small point of light. The journey seemed long, but at last he returned to the garden. Exhausted yet relieved, he handed the candle back to the old man and said, "I did it, master. The flame did not go out." The gardener smiled and asked, "Very well, Ravi. But tell me, did you hear the laughter of the children? Did you notice the flowers swaying in the wind? Did you see the birds singing in the trees?" Ravi, surprised, shook his head. "No, master. I thought only of the flame. Everything else disappeared before my eyes." The old man nodded and explained, "That is the secret. When you focus your mind on a single thing, living only in the present moment, there's no room left for worries about the past or fears of the future. There is no fear, no anguish, no sadness. Your mind becomes still, like a calm lake." At that moment, something inside Ravi changed. He understood that the peace he'd been searching for outside himself had always been within reach. He simply needed to learn to remain present instead of losing himself in memories that had already passed or in anxieties for what was yet to come. As evening fell, Ravi bid farewell to the old gardener. The sun painted the sky in shades of orange and gold, birds flew back to their nests, and the air carried the soft fragrance of flowers. As he walked back, he felt different. He was no longer the young man enslaved by restlessness. Within him had been born a deep silence, a serenity he had never experienced before. He knew that difficult days would still come, but now he possessed a key. Whenever his mind became unsettled, he could return to the present just as he had cared for the flame of the candle. True peace does not lie in the outer world, but within us. When we learn to live in the present moment, we are no longer prisoners of the past or the future. Just as Ravi cared for the flame of the candle, we too must care for our attention, keeping it steady in the now. Only then do we discover that serenity has always been with us, waiting to be revealed.